Hi Engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla, and today, after getting a lot of comments from your side as you flooded our comment section on the previous video, we decided to proceed on the video for the complete placement preparation plan for the Cognizant, and henceforth it was a very serious call from our team's side that despite being told n number of times by our side, we need to give a specific plan again to the students so that they're geared up exactly for the exam. They know what to prepare, how to prepare, everything. Fine. And this time, I'll also give you a basic hang of profiles before actually telling you how to prepare. Fine. So what you have to do as a student is take a register, take a pen, start writing down. Fine. Start writing things because that would give you the absolute clarity. Before I dive in deep, go ahead, follow us on all the social media handles so that you do not miss any chance of Cognizant's updates. You get every update. For that, you need to follow all these handles. Alongside that, you can follow me on Instagram @ShuklajiSpeaks as my handle. At that particular handle, you can directly connect to me for queries. Fine. And top 3 comments today will stand a chance to win the Prep Insta Prime subscription for free. So you might try that. And why it is essential, why it is a good subscription for you, I'll tell you later on. But let's focus on the preparation plan for now. So if I talk about round 1 and round 2, which are communication plus aptitude plus technical assessment, in this case, what is generally happening? Let's see. So here the top 1% people would give GenC Next interview. Now what is this GenC Next? I'll go ahead and I'll explain you. Top 5 to 7% will land up in GenC Pro and top 20% will give the GenC interview. So this data says that 80% people are straight away getting rejected. They are not going anywhere. Now if you perform very good in GenC Next, you'll get GenC Next. If you perform not so good, you'll get GenC Pro. And if you perform very bad, then you might land up in GenC. If you've been called for GenC Pro interview, then GenC Pro and GenC, these roles are open for you. And if you're being called for GenC interview only, then only this role is open for you, which is GenC role, basic role. And then you might get rejected from this round as well. So you need to study very, very hard. Now time is less. Why I'm bringing up this preparation plan? I wouldn't have made this video. Why am I making this video? The reason is the last date has been extended. Henceforth, you will have very limited time. After the last date, within 4 or 5 days, you will have your exam, you will have your communication round. So it's high time that you utilize this time well. Do not waste your time. बहुत ज़्यादा वक्त नहीं है. Let's handle this time so carefully that we prepare ourselves in the best possible and most efficient possible manner. Fine. Now let's go ahead. So I told you I'll explain about these profiles. So GenC is basically the most basic profile that is being offered in this hiring for 2025 batch, where you'll have software tester, software operations associate, Java developer, web developer, Python developer, kind of these profiles. But all these profiles would be support related or old profiles, very old tech. Fine. Also mainframe developers. Fine. So they basically get this kind of people from this particular domain. Fine. When I talk about GenC Pro, you'll have good work. This is a good profile where you will be working in full stack development, backend development, DevOps, Salesforce, some good tools based things, or SAP, such things. These are good tools that are valuable in the market right now and are decent profiles. Then comes the most cutting edge profile that is being offered in this program, which is GenC Next. Here you have 6.7 LPA. Fine. And with this package, you'll have artificial intelligence, ML engineer, data engineer, BI, cybersecurity, Gen AI engineer, data scientist. Not to forget, here also you'll have full stack developers. Fine. But here full stack developers would be more on the Spring Boot side, the intensive work which involves microservices. You will have good work here. So this is the best possible profile. Now, as a student, you should always target GenC Next. Always. I will never suggest that you target any of these profiles. Why? This is the moon. At least shoot for the moon. You will land among stars if not on the moon. As simple as that. Fine. So, let's move ahead to the preparation plan. And whenever I give you any preparation plan, I give you the skeleton of exam. If you've watched last video of this, you have seen this skeleton. Just going through this very fastly. First is communication test, where you will be having reading, grammar comprehension, speaking and listening. This would happen for 60 minutes. Then round 2, which is aptitude test, where quantitative aptitude and analytical and logical reasoning. Again, 80 minutes combined. And then you have technical assessment, where coding of medium level, query debugging and coding question of hard level would come, and 120 minutes would be given for that. Total test would be of 260 minutes. Fine. Now, moving ahead. Quantitative aptitude. Let's straight away hit to the point and let's understand how you can handle this. Remember, these are the topics. Now, if you want these topics, all you need to do is go below this video, simply write we want Vaibhav sir's PPT. For that, you will have to join my Telegram community. Fine. You will have that link in the description. You will have many useful links. I'll talk about them further in this video. So stay glued till the last, because one link I'm going to give you which can solve all your problems of coding assessment. So for that link, wait till the end. Now, working upon these topics, when I talk about quants, you have profit and loss, you have SI and CI, you have time, speed and distance, you have inverse, a lot of topics. But amongst them, there are some topics you should cover initially. For example, profit and loss, time, speed, distance, geometry and coordinate geometry, problems on trains, PNC, probability, ratio and proportion. Fine. Once you've covered these, this SI and CI is basically simple interest and compound interest. But all the problems that I have tick marked are very, very important. However, I am not telling you that you leave other topics. No, because if the cutoff, say it is somewhere around, you say if there are 20 questions and out of them you have to attempt 14 correctly, fine, and you leave 2 topics, then what would happen? Say you left these 2 topics, clocks and calendars and logarithms, and out of both of them one question came. In this case, you'll have to attempt 14 questions correctly out of 18, because these 2 you cannot correctly mark. I'm not saying that you'll have 20 questions out of quants. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving you an example that if you leave any topic, you'll suffer heavily here. Because if I tell you this, however, this is not how cutoffs are usually there. They are much higher in Cognizant. But if I tell you using this, then you'll have somewhere around 60% which is cutoff. But when I talk about this, 2 9s are 18, 2 50s are 100, and then rather I would not push it much. I should have done this like this. Pardon. Wait. We'll do a better simple calculation, right? So that we have a better understanding at our level. Fine. So this somewhere leads to what? This goes to 70. Fine. And yes, somewhere around 77%. Approximately this is equal to 77%. Now imagine you left 2 topics and your cutoff rose by 17%. In such cases, if you leave any topic out of them, you will be in deep trouble. Now, where do you find good resources for all these topics? Very simple. You straight away go to this particular place, and the place is Prep Insta Prime. Very simple. Fine. All you need to do is, if you see Cognizant is hiring, you know, and in our trending courses also, you'll have this Cognizant GenC course. Fine. You simply enroll into it. No big deal. If I show you its syllabus that has been covered, it covers everything. Quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal reasoning. And interestingly, if you cover it, you'll have previous years done, you'll have mocks done here for you. So when you solve them, you'll have much better idea than any of your competitions. Any preparation that will take you around 60-65 days, here it will take you 15 to 20 days. That is the primary game that we are going to target. That is what we actually want to do. As simple as that. Alongside that, if you enroll into this course, you get access to all the 200+ courses across this platform, which means that you get access to the basic coding course, this one. You get access to the intermediate coding course, fine. So if you see intermediate coding courses, if you're somebody who wants to practice TCS questions as well, you have TCS courses as well, and you'll get access to all of them. Now, for a lot of students, it is a big challenge that they are not able to actually afford sometimes, right? There is a financial crunch. For all of you, I have a help that I can do from my end. All you need to do is pick any subscription. For example, you pick this 6 months subscription, fine. And you see that this is the final bill price that you're going to pay. All you need to do is, in this coupon code place, you simply apply this code, fine, Shukla 10, fine, and you press here and you'll have 549 rupees of discount, which is 550 rupees of discount instantly. You'll have instant discounts here on this coupon, and it works on every subscription plan. So Shukla 10 is the coupon you can easily apply, and that would help you out. So that clears things for you, I hope. And Shukla 10, fine. This is the coupon code. There is no space bar in between. This is straight away, you have to write it out and you will have things in your favor, fine. So this can help you financially. Going ahead, analytical and logical reasoning, talking about these topics: coding, deductive logic, blood relations, directional sense, selection decision tables, analogy and classification, coding and patterns, syllogism, mathematical orders, odd man out. Various topics which are written here are super important. You as a student should not leave any stone unturned. Now, how do you practice all these quizzes? There is one more thing you can do. For all those people who feel that they still cannot afford, for you, I have one free resource, but that is limited. I am being honest. On Prime, you'll have all the previous year questions. You'll have access to all the quizzes. I have one more solution for you, but there you'll have limited resources and you'll not have access to a lot of things on Prime which you have, fine. So on prepinsta.com, all you need to do is, you simply search here prepinsta Cognizant, fine. You search this much, nothing big. And if you see, the first link that you'll find is Cognizant GenC Placement Papers 2025. So here you'll have a few things at your disposal, fine. You'll have a few things at your disposal. For example, you'll have in this prepare section, you'll have some quizzes of every topic. Every topic is divided here. Every topic contains some quizzes. For example, if I open this LCM and HCF, you'll have a free quiz and you'll have premium quizzes. All the Prime subscribers will have access to these premium quizzes. The free material is available, but it is limited. It is just one quiz. You can simply attempt these quizzes. I have done this quiz earlier, so I guess it is showing that. For example, I start this question and I randomly take it out, and this is correct. I am randomly doing it, but yes, that's how you get that how many people have correctly marked it and where you actually stand in the competition. So you have all the correct requirements which are being solved here, fine. Now, going ahead, once you're done with the analytical and logical reasoning, you have to answer the question of coding. And the coding questions are always a big challenge. A lot of people know that we have built top 100 codes for all of you, where you can simply go and practice from the basic coding. And the topics of generally coding questions which are asked in the preliminary level, or the first question that generally comes, is not very difficult, but is not very easy in Cognizant. It is generally of medium level. And here you have looping, functions, working with numbers, recursion, arrays, algorithms, coordinate geometry, strings, mathematical logics, number conversions, and matrices primarily, and a lot of other topics as well. But one thing was, you simply go on prepinstaprime.com. I showed you Cognizant course. For that, you know what to apply. Shukla 10, simple code, that would help you out. Alongside that, what can help you out? There is one thing that can solve your two problems in one shot, and it is absolutely free of cost. You have one hard coding question, you have one medium coding question. For that, you have to search this on Google, prepinsta 150 not out. That's it. That's it. You have to search this. Otherwise, you'll find the link to this page in the description box itself. Fine, you'll have that link in the description box. I'll make sure it is there in the description box. Fine. Now what is this 150 not out? This 150 not out is actually a list. Fine. All you need to do is search Prep Insta 150 not out. Fine. And you'll have this top 150 not out questions with solutions. Now let me tell you one thing. A lot of students have given us the feedback that the people who just appeared for the TCS exam, exact same questions from this list came for them. Fine. So you can imagine why I always keep stressing on this list of 150 questions. No need to solve 300, 400 questions on any platform, be it LeetCode, be it CodeChef, nowhere. Don't solve 500, 600 problems. Don't be in that dilemma. You do these 150 questions. I can promise you, if you know these questions on fingernails, not just Cognizant and TCS, you can crack Oracle, Adobe, Man companies, any good product-based company, Uber, Coinbase, anything in this world. Because these 150 questions are not just questions. These are 150 different patterns which are being used. And if you know these 150 patterns, any new question that will be formed would be actually formed out of these questions only. Fine. It will be formed out of these patterns only. Fine. You'll combine two patterns and a new question would be formed. So if you know these 150 questions, not just TCS, Cognizant or these service-based companies, you'll have any company in your radar, you can actually qualify any coding test on this planet Earth. Fine. Now, it has topics divided from arrays, hashing, two pointers, sliding window, stack, everything is there. Fine. All you need to do is simply, for example, if you are seeing questions on linked list, you simply click here that find the duplicate number in a linked list. The benefit that you have here is you have the solutions given, you have the approach given, intuition given, you have code given in different languages, C++, Java and Python. Wherever you are comfortable, you can simply click on it. Fine. Alongside that, I'll show you a few more questions. For example, if I go in binary search and I go for search in rotated sorted array. Fine. In this question as well, you'll see you'll have hints as well. In the tough questions, you'll have hints given for you to solve. You'll have multiple approaches to solve a single question. Fine. So whatever approach suits you, you can pick that out. And out of that, you'll have codes given to you properly. Fine. And that would help you out. So that's very, very important, but you have to very carefully write these codes. You have to understand how these codes are written, and that would help you out. Fine. But I would always suggest that you must practice this list, because this 150 not out list can make sure that you not just enter the best profile of Cognizant, but also the best possible profiles anywhere in any company. Fine. Now, I told you about the coding questions as well, and I've told you about the hard coding questions as well. Here you'll have advanced arrays, backtracking, dynamic programming, and for all these, I have specifically told that you should go ahead and practice top 150 not out questions by Prep Insta. You have to simply write this much, Prep Insta top 150 not out questions, and this would help you out. Fine. This 150 list can solve all your problems, and it is free of cost. You have all solutions freely available. Fine. If you want to practice some previous years, you can simply go ahead on Prime. If you want to learn data structures, again on Prime you have courses. You have data structures in C, you have in C++, in Java, I'll show you. You have competitive coding, everything is available there. But this will help you out. If you're somebody who cannot afford simply free में top 150 not out questions, practice it to the extent that you know them on your fingernails. Simple. Free में भी तैयारी होती है. Fine. All you need to do is put in more effort. I'll show you here. You have DSA courses as well. So if I go to the home page of it, we'll have them. Fine. And I'll show you that you have very specific courses for the same. For example, if you're learning any language, you can simply learn here. If you're learning any coding, for example, you're starting from basic coding, you have course intermediate coding. If you go ahead If you want to learn data structures in C++, you have a structured course. You want to learn it in Java, you have a structured course. You want to learn it in Python, you have again a structured course. If you want to learn for service-based companies, you have a proper structured pattern, proper structured course for it. Fine. Now alongside this, one thing that is super important in all this, it is practice, practice and practice. As much as you can. Practice करो, वही चीज आपको qualify करवा सकती है, nothing else. Alongside this, what you should do is, now coming back to the preparation plan, daily 1 hour of aptitude daily, fine, 4 to 5 questions of coding daily, 2 to 3, and by this coding I mean very basic coding, top 100 questions, fine, and then 2 to 3 questions of 150 not out, fine, 150 not out list, 2 to 3 questions. And in the morning time, wake up earlier in the morning and work hard on PYQs. These are your guides, fine. If you can do this much, believe me, nobody can beat you out in any of this exam. You are going to crack GenC Next. If you want that I should come and build some videos solving some previous year questions, I'll be happy to do that. But for that, you have to put in the comments that you loved this video and you want me to build some video on previous year questions. You have to put it, fine, in the comment section. If you're loving this, go ahead, put it in the comment section so that at least I can bring forward my team that yes, we have to again work on something bigger for students, for their welfare. As simple as that. Alongside that, keep practicing hard. You have very less time. In that time, utilize it well. If you know somebody who needs this information, go ahead, tell them this information, spread this knowledge as far as you can. Video share karo ya nahi karo, important hai knowledge share karo. That is very, very important. Fine. Alongside that, as I always say, keep doing good for others. Good will come back to you. Just keep doing good without any expectation. Fine. Have a wonderful day ahead. Keep working hard. I want to see you selected. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.